Okay guys, I have my sticker. They are in different sizes, so I have different one here. This is another one, very beautiful. Yeah, look at this one, black and beauty. And I have this one for a little girl, so I did two copy of my own. Can you see it? So we are getting ready for the class. Very beautiful. I've done the neck, I've done it, I've finished off the neckline, and I've gone ahead to weave all the sides, the down part, so that our work will be very, very neat. Can you see it? I did the back too. And when you are ironing, try to get the center front of your fabric with iron. Try to create a kind of crease line. Can you see it? I've created crease line there at the CF center front. Now, the reason why you need to create that is so that it's going to serve as a guide for you to centralize your sticker. Do you get it now? So can you see the placement? So that's the first thing you will do. So after getting the center like this is where to create the magic of this work. Now I need you to pay close attention, because we are going to use iron, the heat, to transfer our image. So this is the manual way of transferring the image. Before you take it to the ironing table, make sure you tape it down. Tape everything down. Secure it down so that it will not be moving up and down. So the edges, just go ahead and use something you can remove later, and that will not stain your dress. Do you get it now? So just make sure you tape it down as much as possible. I will take this to the ironing table. Now if you want to iron on it, you are going to put extra clothes, because this thing is the film. This nylon is film. It's going to melt if you don't put something on it. So I love putting pattern paper like this, or anything that is transparent, so that you can be seeing your image. Do you get it now? Now this time you need to be very patient and very careful. So you can just cut out this. Make sure you use something to cover the face of your sticker. It's very, very important. Now because it is transparent, I can see my image. Do you get it now? So you use something like this to cover it before you start transferring it on it. So let us meet on the ironing table. So now this is where the work is. You need to set your iron. You need to set it to, I used to use maximum, the highest, but then you need to be very, very vigilant, because if the heat is not enough, it's going to break. The paint is going to break in between, and if the heat is too much, it can melt the sticker. So that's why I said this is where the work is. So just be careful. Make sure your iron is hot. So I'm trying to test my iron, and I will place it on it. So I can see my image because the paper is transparent. So I'm just moving around the space of the image. You make sure you touch every part of the image. So that is why it is advisable you use transparent thing. I can see it. So that's the part I am trying to cover. So you transfer the heat for as long as it will take. Let me show you something behind, because everybody must get this. It's very important. Can you see it? Now if you are the one working on it, if you feel this thing, if you touch it, it will be stiff, kind of. So that means the image has been transferred there. But then if you want to open it, don't open it once. It will spoil it. You let it cool down. It should cool down so that the ink will not spread on the clothes. So that is what I'm trying to do now. I want it to cool down before I open, and I will open gradually. I will check if it has been transferred. If it has not been transferred, that means I will do it again. So it's still hot, so please leave it, just make sure, feel it that it has cooled down. You will feel it. You can go ahead and remove the paper tape. Oh, can you see it? Please, so if you are using paper tape like my own, don't iron on it. So back to the main thing. Can you see it? It has cooled down and I have it. I'm super excited. See it, and you have an amazing result. So can you see it? So beautiful. Now our sticker is ready. So we are going to meet on the sewing. We are going to meet on the table again. I will show you the Ankara embellishment of the thing. So to the embellishment side, this is, I have my fabric. I've cut it. I want to make it 3-step. So this is 6 inches, 6 inches. So I have this one too, and this is the last one. Do you get it? So I want to create it like a form of this my image is wearing a dress like this. So you have something like this. So this Ankara is going to be number 1. The Ankara will be number 1, and this one will come in between under it, and this is going to be the last one. So I will go ahead and do the bow on it, and this is what we will do. You know how to do bow now. So I will sew this place around like this. I want to double it so that it will be strong a bit, and I'm going to create something like this here. Do you get it? Though I'm still going to show you everything on the sewing machine, but I'm just trying to like prepare our mind. Can you see it? So this is what we have for it. So before we go ahead, all these parts now, if you like you can serge them, and if you like you can sew them around. So but me, I'm going to sew. I'm going to give it tiny sewing. I'll sew it down, everything, all this one, and I will iron them. So let's meet on the sewing machine. So I'll just go ahead and sew this one. So just go ahead and prepare the length of the fabric. I think it's about, is it 30 inches? Let me confirm. But this one too, there is no one formula to this. Okay, this is 27.5. The fabric can be as long as you want the ruffles to be full. The longer the fabric, the fuller the ruffles. It's as simple as that. So there is no one formula to it. So I'll just sew it around. I prepared my bow and everything is ready now. So this is how to go about the bow. Just try and find the midpoint, the center of this bow, so that one side will not be longer than another. So can you see it? So check the center like this, and just try and tie this small rope just to secure it. If you like, you can use a needle and thread to hold it down. So I will just tie it down like this to save our time. I may still use needle and thread, but it's holding it anyway. So I have it equal like this. Can you see it? And you know, I still have my center line here. So I think I've centralized it like this. So this is what I will have here, and I'll just use my hand to just adjust the gather so that it will look like what I need. So this is set like this for the head. Can you see it? Even if you like, you can leave it like this. I like it like this. It's simple and very nice. But then, because I've said we are going to do it like this, so these ones will come in like this from the neck. So you determine how wide you want it to be. The way I'm looking at it, I don't want it to like, I want it to centralize. I want them to be on the same, like the same margin. Do you get it now? So I have it like this. This is going to be the first row. You are going to gather it. I'll gather it. I'll show you on the sewing machine. So I'll do the same thing with this one and this one. So if you notice, you see that I've not joined my back body. So it's always good you finish everything on the front like this before you now sew the back, before you now attach the back to it. So this is it. You see, I pinned down this. Now I said you should ensure you have secured it. So I pin it down and I'll just stitch it. This part, this part. You don't need to sew the whole thing down, although if you like you can do that. But I really want it to look bouncy like this. I want it to look like that. So it is just the edges that I will sew down with my machine. Is that taking? I hope you are enjoying this class so far. More are still coming in the paid class. So I'll just like turn it down, stitch it down. Yeah. So don't forget to remove your pins. So I've secured the four edges. So it's now, we are going to do this now. I'm trying to look at it. So I will just use my hand to control this. You can use gathers. You can gather it. But I think I want it to have a kind of, I want it to have pleating look. Do you get it now? So whichever one you can go with it. Can you see it? I'm trying to get the center, that part. So, and I'll just sew on the former stitch I have to turn the edge so that it will be neat. Do you get it? And I will pleat. I don't want to use gathers. I'm going to pleat. So I can't wait for your practical. One of the reasons I love this class is you can practice it immediately. It's not technical. You can just practice it immediately. So I'm trying to get this setting here. Can you see it? So I have the first layer like this, and I will go ahead and attach the second layer just the same way I did this, and I will do the third layer as well, and I will show you the next thing to do. So this is it. We have it like so. I like the outcome. Now we are on the final leg, the final stage. So this one is very simple and straightforward. So the way I look at it, this shouldn't be a difficult thing for anyone here. So I'll just join the shoulder. The two shoulders I will join together, and after that I'm going to attach my sleeve band. So the width of my band is going to be 2 inches. So that 2 inches I'm going to double it. I want to double it. So that's going to make it, the width of my band to be 4 inches. Do you get it now? And the length is going to be this part. So whatever you have as your own, just measure it. So here I have 16 inches and I'm going to cut 16 inches. So that means I'm going to cut 4 by 16 inches as my sleeve band. So now to attach the band, this is my band. I cut 4 inches like I said, and I folded in this part with my iron, just ½ inch, the same allowance, and I folded it again. Can you see it? So this is what we have. From the back, we are going to attach it from the back. Do you get it? Like this. And you just sew it down. Now right side of your band facing the wrong side of your fabric, and you sew it down. Make sure you don't exceed this seam allowance. So now after this, you turn it outside. Can you see? So the essence of this folded part, this part is just to make it easy for you to cover this up like this. Can you see it? So you won't need to be dragging it up and down. Can you see it? Just sew it down straight, and make sure you sew it very close to the edge of the fabric so that it will be very neat. So at the end of the day, this is what you should have. Can you see it? Now to finish up this side, you can just fold it in. So everything, you will not see thread up and down. So you'll be proud to open the inside of your dress. Do you get it now? So I'll just sew it down, and I'll do the same thing to the other side. And this beautiful dress is almost done. So I can't wait to have you all in my paid class. I still have a lot of things to show you guys. You'll be glad you did. So fold in this part like this. Can you see it? Just fold it in. And close. So this is what you should have. Now it's time to just join it by this side. Now this side of it, I'll just, no measurements. You know, it's a very free gown. I'll just sew it, in fact, very close, because I've said everything. I'll sew it very close to the edge. So this is it. I'll do the other side, and I will hem the down part.